Hello, good evening. You're watching the Golden Bee Revolution coming to you from Star TV. Ko aliya nyami dalbadi malong alaji channel soirée. I'm your host. Bi kan na mo sura min kata na mo sama sura jana fani ke sura jana na Alpha Bakili sura fe jana min kata Dr. Abdul Qadir Sillatila from the University of the Gambia lecturer matila. Aliya la nyami na daro na ko mandanda ma puruka mol kachandi puruka ila career long. Well, anything that will help you to become a responsible person in the future, but Nimbeta Kalana without involving a peaceful dialogue. That's why we have with us here Mr. Kutubo Sane, who is representing the Peace Gambia here, and then I have with me, of course, Mr. Omar Malmo Sambu, Junior, I will add that one too, who is an environmental scientist and environmental engineer. Today, Nare Kachasro Mialanko, Abu Kumela Bakela, Bari Niajibe, Kumakakeno, miyalan ko ning atrala mankayro kacha wala email lalon sakonia jibe miyata bina docteur nam fe jantaba min kata Dr. Abdul Qadir Sillatila anim mo bakacha la islamul karola meanwhile alnala bila matandi ko manta dala soro pour ning christian bundala bari dorong min nyanda kana wala karola masoto no bila baning alake next Wednesday our fourth episode manatna njela aflamba diamla kayro bundala min kata Prince Julius Tilla abinal nang afande mo sa kacha Christian la Carola mafala baraka bake alkaftan kan na nying kacha to la bila ko aliala nyam nadro we always follow the tradition na mil invite to the show la we introduce them from the right side la na labaning left side la. So with that, the first be ijiala to the Golden Bee Revolution program la yammo sa mil content na content.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin wassalatu wassalam ala Rasulillahi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Follow men fola wala mon ko muslima ya menke watu wati ninin hadmadin libenta isa fa assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Ela jibella la fakalon jumala nyintila bari mbala fedron isa demandim fo niame Dr. Abdul Qadir Silla anat na jambi do ba fala minimum ala singotela minasi jantola.
Okay. Dr. Abdul Qadir Silla ndo wala fala wala toti alhamdulillah comme Dr. Abdul Qadir Silla wo mo fennati me ya lonko comme londo ni tata futata la doto isi kaito dila alhamdulillah rabbil alamin falenti be University of the Gambia at the same time be university mento wala Eastern University. So University of the Gambia be je Islamic Studies be ya lon kon ka misilme ya le karandije ko ka misilme ya karandije ndol la nyame ko ndol bi je sa kenen arabo la do bi je sa kenen angalela yombola. So ni nata ni university doto wo mo Islamic University lati me ya lon ko arabo le ka karanje jama arabo le ka karanje yo anin misilme ya ka nyinil le karan ni ka fe Al-Ihsan University. So alhamdulillah rabbil alamin fadal mu Gambia dimolati me ya lon ko bisilen kombo mandinaring bari na original o bota nyani yonal yo pour nyin kamala mol salo wo nyama
baraka bakala ma fale
alhamdulillah mbebe konto na mbebe
ma fale yana to the Golden Bee Revolution na stage la. Next I have with me is so your viewers want to know who is speaking.
Yeah, greetings to know from me, Kutubo Sane. My name is Kutubo Sane. I'm greeting each and everyone out there who is watching in a Golden Bee Revolution. Yeah, I am Kutubo Sane. You know, I'm here to represent the Peace Gambia. Yeah, Peace Gambia. I'm here to represent Peace Gambia.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
feel like home. Welcome to the Golden Bee Revolution.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Next, I have I can't even remember your name.
All right, thank you very much, and thank you for having me here. My name's Omar Malmo Sambu. I'm an environmental engineer by academics, and I work for the University of the Gambia, and I run an NGO called Green Up Gambia, which is an environmental NGO that focuses on environmental issues around the globe, and I'm a climate change negotiator for the Gambian Party at the United Nations. Thank you.
Bravo. Welcome to the Golden Bee Revolution.
Thank you.
As a culture, once we invite you here, we have a dialogue with you. You introduce yourself. We want to know who is speaking, and then we want to know what you have for our beautiful viewers. A quick reminder: the Golden Bee Revolution is a TV show that gives young people to showcase their talent, because we believe most Gambians are talented, but because there is no stage like such to give them to come and market themselves, it's very, very difficult to sell what they have. So with that, I will send my first question to Dr. I will send my first question to Abdul Qadir Silla. Excuse me for using the doctor.
No, you can use doctor.
So thank you so much, sir.
No
why do you think education is important, especially in a view of Islamic?
طيب بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful, his peace and blessing be upon our Prophet Muhammad صلى الله عليه وسلم, to all mankind. In short note, education is very important. Yeah. If we look to the Quran, the first thing that Allah started teaching his prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the laws and the seal of the prophets, he started by telling him Iqra. So Iqra means read. So that means the thing that we should start is reading. But read what? The Quran said Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaqa khalaqa al-insana min alaq Iqra wa rabbuka al-akram alladhi 'allama bil qalam 'allama al-insana ma lam ya'lam. Iqra, that means read in the name of your Lord.
Yeah.
Who created what? He didn't tell us. That so that we can understand that anything without Allah is part of Allah's creation.
Yeah.
Is the sole creator and sole sustainer of this universe. Okay, he said he created man from coagulated blood. So he said, Iqra, read, and your Lord is bountiful. So this verse is teaching us many things. I think not one show, not two show, not three show to cover all those things.
Yeah, very well.
So coming in, ayo, I tell you, follow me, kanata, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, kan, kafayen ko karan imario tola. Imario juma me daro. And then that amafo. Wala minti fe na manke alati. Abema alal daro alati. Abema alal dari fe alati. Na. Ako karan manso tola me ya daro ke ay jumale dada ay ana braka ay daro ka ay hadama din jino wal malaika everything ay be fo jele. O kola na ta fo me daro ke ay hadama din dada kabo yela control. isi karang Mario tola Mario mem buñari alladhi allama bil qalam wa allama al insana ma lam ya'lam may karandiro ke molla pour kala londo di molla ayadi molla ayadi hadama de walla ayadi malaiko la ayadi dafen ko tewal ha yo Mario ayo londindiro ke fenna ay hadama de londi fenna mamel because hadama de the most important creature to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is human being. Yes.
Yeah. So, comme ya jibe nyamina, iko bismi rabbika allazi khalaqa ko ya fa nyamina ay kuma fola ana ni ya jibe franco tan ya da kono la abije la sortu nur la falan ay yamarlo ke karon safaro karola.
Okay.
Ite amera sam funding kelu isanyinta no isanyisilo no mono nyaade la pour ka londo sotna kono ba ni ya jibe santen abu sadu mo kono man karon ku mayandi saying dino e mina fo karon la karola so ko minat na nyin tubaab la karola pour ka dunia na fakat ni ya jibe na lon karon e min fo ababuna flalto ye dino karang ala nafa bijela and ala nafa do famje pour harabadi ya ko wala wakata scientist yalba kono la docteur yalba kono la lawyer yalba kono la alim fenjamal la
ya comme ni aje qur'ano folo ta ko iqra bismi rabbikal ladhi khalaq wala mun yinti londo nyini ba londo ni ba nyini na folo blale bala aw folo bla wala ala tot subhanahu wa ta'ala man so me ya lon ka tele hada madi dada isa folo to karang ya long munum go man soti and why I am here this is the most important part of this that muna atinna mbijam and where we are attending ngata min tola so hada madin niyo long wakola iqra bismi rabbika nalla dolko meatna iqra use iqra wala read karan ba meatna use si lafula adobi je si lafula wala nyente ka alalo wo mu farlo leti mo beka wo mu farlo leti hada ma ya beka hada ma dilo beka ani jinol ye alalo ye alala ya marku long nin kam malaysi ke ya la fatandi ko long nin kam malaysi ise ituje And philosopher, like Aristotle and others, philosopher, you got to know good is to do good. Ka ku kendo long. Wala winti tinyanta ku kendo le bara. Wala afina alako nsa long follow. Nina long. Yo kama na kebal ka fanya na. Hata nyi ikra funa nyama nati. Wala winti ni ala long isina fen ko ten karam. Lembe na fala. Iso fanan ka fila hada mayama. Yo fen jamani ayo jamaay fudi ne choli bo konole ka pinta yabji ka English karana bo kon French bo kono fu wo fa hada maya kara kan na kawo fa nan karan na ya ka non ntele mu jumaleti na hada maya mbota min tole mbota jo wala kam munet na non ni ma beta ma tije ni ma akuja wotije wal ben fenati man alon ko important ko matale ki long mali la hab yo nyaade iqra al nun wal qalam ala yakali jel nun wal qalam ma yasturun ako wakali kalala ani ka safaro ke menna yes nun only God knows the meaning of nun wal qalam that's why they said this is the miracle, it's part of the miracle of the Quran. Yes, starting with nun, this word nun, Hamim, Alif Lam Mim, and other things that the Arabs, they didn't know the meaning. To show them that this prophet is a real prophet, it's not a fake prophet. It's a real prophet from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the Quran is not the fabrication of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Musa alon ko bira ko do nun Hamim, Quran wala bla Alif Lam Mim Sad, Kaf Ha Hay Ain Sad. Ayi be aksoro lebji ay damu taala yo bari yin akabin harfol men mome kotolo arabol men yalon ko ka wasu ko itel arabol leti idalo diata yekulno yeko makeno mun ya utimna yo wayatinna yeko ilal yawm kana fa bila the challenge, yes, Allah is defying us still now. Can we bring the Quran, same to the Quran, or even similar to the Quran? We can. By the pen and the thing that they write. Some scholars said this here, Allah is talking about the angels. Some scholars said is talking about anything, any kind of writing that Allah is swearing off the pen. That shows the importance of the pen. That is showing the importance of the pen. So, and also the record to write it and put it in a place. That is, they call it archive or archive. So it's very important. It's very. If you look to our generation, you'll see that these white men, yes, we should say white men, they colonize us. Still now, we are in their hands. Yes, why? Because in education, the distance between us and them, like this earth and the heaven. They say the heaven is the limit, or the sky is the limit. So they are in the heaven, and we are still now. We are still now starting calling.
The sky is the limit for the Westerns, the Americans, the Chinese, and then the Indians. But still in the Gambia we seem to be clawing. So from there I will cut him short to Mr. Omar Malmo Sambu. Like we get from him, he said the sky is the limit to them. So do you think we can do that? Is it possible? But first I want to know why are environmental scientists so important, so we can know that we just don't want to crawl but we want to get to the sky.
Thank you very much. Often I refer to environment as the universal set on which all other things fall under as a subset. Now, I would just want to take it a little into a religious perspective, and then I have read a little on Hinduism, Christianity, and of course Islam in a research we've conducted not long ago. And we have realized that in all these major scriptures of the world, in terms of religion and the ways of lives of the people, it is embedded in those scriptures that man must take care of his environment and live in harmony with the environment. So this is not just people wanting the environment to be protected, but it is embedded and enshrined in our scriptures, and of course it is incumbent upon all of us to really follow what is written in our scriptures. So first, the significance of environment and environmental management should be part of our spiritual beliefs because they are embedded in our religion. As a climate negotiator and as well a climate engineer or environmental engineer, let's say when I refer to the environment as the universal set, what do we do out of this environment? Everything we do is within the environment.
Sure.
So that means there is nothing human beings can do without the environment. So that is how significant the environment is.
Sure.
We're having a TV program within an environment. If there is no quality air here, and if there is no comfort of the human being, then we cannot have it here.
Well,
and this is from the trees. That tells you the significance of the environment. And these things, machines you're seeing here, are all from natural resources.
Sure.
These are naturally endowed resources that are created by God, and of course human beings should actually benefit from them, but in benefiting from them we need to use these resources judiciously, so that the generation yet unborn could actually benefit from them.
Sure.
So therefore sustainability of environmental management and all the acts of humankind on this earth, these are things that are mentioned in the scripture. So the significance of environment is just beyond human reasoning, but because everything is here on earth is created and they're all God's creation. So therefore human beings need to live in harmony with their environment, and as well, if we destroy the environment, it's indirectly destroying ourselves, because if you look at most of these conflicts around the world are based on environmental resource conflict. People are fighting each other because of diamonds, golds, and these are natural resources. So that tells you a lot about food that we get is from the environment, and the roof we are under here is from the environment. This building is from the environment. So there is nothing.
I can remember watching some of you, following you on your Facebook. I saw you visited the place in I think Indonesia, where you call it the mini heaven. The environment is so beautiful that do you think this is possible in the Gambia here? Is it only a portrait, or do you think it was made by man?
The possibilities might be very minimal, because if you look at the geographical location and the topographical characteristics of Indonesia as a country is way different from the Gambia. I was in Bali, which is an island, it's a Hindu island, and the difference here is, and these are things that think scholars from the Islamic and the Christian perspective should be really preaching our people. Now in Hinduism, because those people are dominantly Hindu, it is fundamental in their religion, and it is key that every human being takes care of their environment. Now because they believe in reincarnation, and they believe that human beings turn into other species, they don't kill monkeys, and they don't destroy their forest. So most of these natural resources you see within those areas, they are protected and nobody touches them, because they believe that it's part of their worship, it's part of their ways of life, it's part of their spirituality. So whoever does contrary means you don't believe in your religion. So therefore in practicing their religion
some time ago I saw you were like the monkeys have decided. The monkeys have decided. Don't you think it's bringing on a violence? I think I have a peace guide. He's talking about the monkeys have decided, stopping us from getting that multi-purpose center. Do you think it's a very good move? Because like we think, I think I was scared to say the monkeys have decided.
Yeah, first of all, you said if without environment, we don't have it here. But if without peace, we have it here.
So do you think, can you defend your case? Because he's like, the monkeys have decided and then you are here. I'm relying on you. I want to live in peace. So the monkeys have decided. Does it sound like something that kind of like a violence?
It sounds very well, because if the monkeys should have peace until they can decide, then peace is very important.
So how do you think we can get this peace now?
This peace, can be gotten, in many ways.
Okay, how?
First, we have to be tolerant.
Okay.
Gambia, at this moment is at a crossroad. We don't know where we are really going.
Sure.
And people have to be tolerant. This is the country that we have, and we'll continue to have. If we are judging, if we are taking things from tribal angles or sectionalism or regionalism, it's not going to help in any way.
Okay.
So the Gambia at this moment should have a population of just less than 2 million.
Yeah, it's more like 2.6 or 2.8.
Okay. This is an estimate.
Yeah.
So estimate is about 2 million. So why are we so intolerant and whatever you think like this? So Gambians should have come together and fight for a common interest. Then there we are going to get to where we want to.
Okay.
And in that we will get the Gambia that we want and deserve.
We cannot get the Gambia we want without a peaceful dialogue. So with that, this will take us to our first short commercial break. When we come back, we will let you know how do we tackle some of these things, because I have two people here that I think I have called for a debate. So let's see the environmental we'll be pushing, and then we can hear also what peaceful or maybe what mechanisms we can put in play to see the monkeys will decide, the monkeys have decided, and then we will engage with our environment. But yet we have, how do you call it, Dr. Silla with us here, who will be talking to us on how to use these mediums in an Islamic way, in a peaceful manner, because like every religion preaches peace, one of which is Islam. Salam means peace, and then we are always talking about peace because we want to promote peace. This is part of our activities. So with this, let's go for our short commercial break, and then we will get you back. Thank you. Welcome back, viewers. You're watching the Golden Bee Revolution TV show. Like I told you, when we come back, we may have a strong debate here, but part of our things we do is like we provide a dialogue where a mutual understanding will come, and then we approach things to have a positive results. So they're here. I'm just scared I'm not sitting between you so that you will not exchange feelings here. But I am confident. He's a peaceful guy. You're an environmental, so you are all environmental friendly. So we will accept you like the way you treat them outside there. So here is the state, but first I will come back to Dr. Abdul Qadir Silla. Let's straighten them a little, because I am confident they are ready to share words. But what are the punishments for someone who tries to create stability in a society? Yamira molmi yalanko ike daldum kolmi yalanka sa tinyaro natnano wala asa diamo natnan sa te kono wala kam mamo natina ite yamira islamu la jihot la ne jowo mo sifa la karol.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Comme muruta na nyame islamu menje follow dunia dauda fewo fen ay fundamental issue le soto the cornerstone, because Islam says the state should have 4 corners. That is al-amn, al-ghidha'i, wal-amn min al-khawf, wal-amr bil-ma'ruf, wal-nahy anil munkar. Isma yani fennan wala wala banko dunia dauda banko kasiloni na kap follow moneta la maniari ila maniaso to ifalto ila domoroto ila maniaso to ifalto ila mania omu general follow ye kana sila yes, they are free from hunger, and at the same time they are free from starvation, and they are free from fear. Okay, next 2 steps will come, 2 corners. That is al-amr bil ma'ruf, kanyoya marku kendela, wa nahy anil munkar, kanyoya fatandi kujawola. Yawula yatinna nina ta Islam jibe. Islam itself is a peace. So you cannot build your country on anarchy. At the same time, you cannot build it on fawda. Because banko bukalo no sabo kan, bukalo no kelo kan, bukalo no kanyo watati, kanyo kajafi. Wala misilme yake kucho paleti. Kila sallallahu alaihi wasallam ko la yadkhulu janna qati'ur rahim. Yes. Momi ya longa kana kama baadi maliyete mo tarabe tiyari ye kuntu. Umari ta gunna rajana. So ni na ta jibe bala fa ballomo bibi la ya ne Gambia je comme ni ya fo nyame yani ite buka lon ko fi mun afta fi khatir beta kan nyame amam beteya moli ngali mota moli kana nyo banen moli kana wakita mo molati, because Islam kila never ako al muslim man salima al muslimun min lisanihi wa yadihi muslim mo jomalti ako moli tankata meloma ana bulo wala muslimon. So nitin mele be mon kajafila abe mol nenna abe banenna abe kongol folema abe dambel nenna itela muslime ya hansa man saha nite bulo be mon na fulo ko ba tinyala wakita mbele denta la fulo ka fo nyoma bangadila fo ka fo lemba fo banko talemba fo company talemba fo modelo me ba ina be business wala ka tapala ya ko tole ba wala fota sunya la ban wala fota mo bandi wala te kana mo la dulate ya sunya wala dan mo kurwa de kana mo la dula jani ibe wo konole itemma la muslima ya manke moti me ala muslima ya sahata bra ane fan ko bandi muslima wala ha amin kila sallallahu alaihi wasallam ya da mo kumandi daji kanyim ma kan ako molla aqrab indi manzila aqrabukum ilayya manzilatan yawm al-qiyamah ahasinukum akhlaqa mon men be sutiyalanna soma al-qiyamah no men yalon ko daji ko nyata ka tambi mol bela. So we have to promote our ethical value. So ni kufulo wala mo yamar loti ka yamaro ke ku kendola ka mol fatandi ku jawal wala atinna la subhanahu wa ta'ala aqul al-asr inna al-insana la fi khusr illa alladhina amanu wa amilus salihat wa tawasaw bil haqq wa tawasaw bis sabr mol kasarata wal asr nan kali al-ansar wala ngon kali watola ko hada madin kasaratal fo dantandim jamal na moti illa alladhina fumul man ya'lam amanu limaniyata wa amilus salihati yakunu mal bala wa tawasaw bil haqq yatonya yenyoya mari tonya fola yatonya fanam fo nyoye tawasaw bil haqq wa tawasaw bis sabr yenyoya mari fanam ka sabari nyoye. That is the tolerance. We should be tolerant. We are all human beings and we are created by God without considering the affiliation of religion or whatsoever. Because Allah said in the Holy Quran, إِنَّا خَلَقْنَاكُمْ مِنْ ذَكَرٍ وَأُنْثَى وَجَعَلْنَاكُمْ شُعُوبًا وَقَبَائِلَ لِتَعَارَفُوا إِنَّ أَكْرَمَكُمْ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ أَتْقَاكُمْ. That I, Allah, subhanahu wa ta'ala, created you from a man and a woman. And I made you to nations and clans, so that you can know each other. Yeah. If you know each other, you will do a kind of cooperation. The love or fraternity will be the word of the situation. So now we think in the Gambia we need to do more. We should be more tolerant. If we are tolerant in past years, now we need to be very, very lenient. So to be very soft for others. Our actions, because destruction never developed the country. Destruction of anything, any kind of. Without peace, we cannot sit here. Yeah. That's why I said about Quraysh, وَآمَنَهُمْ الَّذِي أَطْعَمَهُم مِّن جُوعٍ وَآمَنَهُم مِّن خَوْفٍ. Akoye manso batu manso me yalonko atele ye londindi atele ye domorindi aye tanka silang fanana yo nimo silanta no development under fear or fire. There is no development. So in order to develop, we should promote peace and stability, as our religion calls all of us to be peaceful. No. If there is anything, we should have a peaceful dialogue. Why not? No. So this is very important, especially youths. We are all youths, yeah? We are all youths. Yes.
All right. The slide that we show races 18 to 35. Don't worry, we will call you a youth man today. Thank you so much, Dr. Ko I'm from for Namira. I'm from for there. I found funding partner is all from the Quran. So you being a Muslim brother, learn from his words, promote peace. To live in peace is what we are looking for. So don't involve into anything that will bring you into the punishments he mentioned here earlier. So with that, I will just shift myself to my two dynamic youth in the Gambia here. One of which is a peace advocate, and the other one cares for environment. These are two very important people. I followed your activities for a long time now with the Green Up Gambia, which I am a passive member there because I'm not down find out. And then there was a time there's a youth association called Youth Forum. Yes, at the Tangier Bigler. Me along your association was there, and then they did a lot. Yeah, so many tree plantings in the Gambia here. Without agriculture, we will never succeed in this life, because agriculture is the first practice in this world, and then it will be the last. With our environment, we cannot promote peace if the environment is not set. Where are you going to preach peace if there is no environment? So with that, Golden Bee Revolution is very, very necessary to invite these people to come to this podium here, explain to the people why do we need to care for our environment. And also we brought a peaceful guy here wearing a white shirt, which I sometimes think is somehow different. Peace is any color. Peace can be any color. Here is a stage for you.
Okay.
I want to create an avenue where we will come to a dialogue that we can protect our environment. There are so many malpractices, there are so many things happening in the Gambia here, which is forcing me and or maybe people out there to go to the street to complain about it. Our ocean is becoming a dustbin. You talk about so many companies here that are really doing things that are really affecting our environment. Do you think going to the street is the solution if they are not listening to the dialogues? Do you think we should table them here, talk to them? Or do you think we still need to go there, destroy it, we use the power in our own hands?
Thank you. I'm not an environmentalist, but as a peace advocate, I will say, there can never be peace advocacy if there is no environment. And there can never be coexistence in the environment if there is no peace.
Sure.
So it's a two-way coin. But if such things are happening, and it is happening, let us call for dialogue. Just recently, on the 6th November this year, we organized a press conference, the Peace Gambia, and we called the 3S Jotna and the president to come on the table and have dialogue to solve the issue at hand. We said dialogue substitution violence. This is our principle.
I think you have succeeded because I saw on our WhatsApp media. So I don't know if it's right that they've given a right to exercise their. They have given a chance to exercise their right. So this is a big applause to you.
That is what I want to say. That it is one of the most successful press conferences in this country.
Wow.
The message was straight and clear.
Okay.
It was sent, and everywhere you heard about Peace Gambia, we call on them to come on the table and solve the issue at hand. This is the country that we all own.
Yeah.
And these people have all the rights to come and do their peaceful protest. That is why we call both the parties to come together and have this dialogue. So if environmental issues are so demand, as peace advocate, we will always call for dialogue. We will never and ever encourage youths or the young people in this country, more especially the environmentalists, to go outside and do something that will jeopardize the peace of this nation.
Oh.
Peace is priceless. And Ustaz is saying it. There can never be a meaningful development if there is no peace.
No.
Today we are talking about economic and social or political development. How can you have them if you don't live in peace? Have you not seen countries in the world that are not at peace? We haven't seen fathers butchered to death.
No.
Mother left with painful memories to keep. Children's fatherless. So is that what we want for this country? The question absolutely is no.
Yeah.
But what are we doing to maintain and promote our peace that we have at hand?
Sure.
So hate speech is one of the things that we should stop as Gambians. This is, as the principle goes, one Gambia, one nation. Peace Gambia, happily, our motto came from the national anthem, saying that all may live in unity.
Yeah.
So how can we live in unity and harmony if we don't want to tolerate each other? Which scripture are we reading that is not preaching oneness? In this country, you either be a Muslim or a Christian.
Yeah.
As far as I know, even if you have other religious,
These are the two major.
Yeah, these are the two majors.
Yeah.
So which scripture are we actually reading that is not preaching oneness?
Yeah.
That is not preaching tolerance. That is not preaching peace.
Yes.
So why are we so nervous about our peace? And Gambia is known for its quest to export peace. The Gambia have contributed in settling so many countries in the world. Liberia is an example. Rwanda. You go to Sudan. Even currently we have our peace mission forces there.
Yeah.
So if the Gambia is known for exporting peace, why can't we maintain it here first?
You want to export, we
Currently,
don't want to produce.
Okay, we don't want to produce. Currently, the Gambia, sue Myanmar for their human rights violations.
Wow.
They want the peace to reign in Burma. So if we can aim for a particular country to have peace, why can't we be at peace ourselves?
Yes.
And this will lead me to say peace is classified into two. You have internal peace and external peace. The internal peace is talking about oneself. You cannot live peacefully if you are not peace at yourself. You must have a peace of mind before you can live peacefully. I must live peacefully and see that everyone here is just don't have bad mind for people. So that is what I'm talking about, internal peace. Then external is talking about living with your colleagues. Let us love each other as Gambians. Let us love each other. Let us drop the burden of hypocrisy and hold on to humanity, because that is the reality. Gambia is about time that we come to the table and discuss. In fact, if I should have it my way, we are going to have a national dialogue. A national dialogue where we will talk about our problems, where we will talk about what is really going on. Where is the Gambia where a full amount will live?
The national dialogue cannot hold here, only if we allow the environmentalists here to talk to us about the environment, because before going for a dialogue, we must know what is on the table.
Yeah, very well.
If I have a golden button, it will be given to Green of Gambia.
Let me say there is no hinges around the environment. Of course, I'm one of the leading environmental advocates in this country. I've been away for almost 2 years or so, but generally there are no problems within and around the environment in terms of violence and here and there, which I seems not to understand basically from this dialogue. But generally, let's put it into context. Like yesterday was, international peace whatsoever commemoration and things like human rights whatsoever. So when you talk about rights and responsibilities and human dignity, and there is no way you can talk about peace without saying inner peace, that is yourself at peace. Like let's contextualize it from the Faraba incident first. That was an environmental problem. We call it a natural resource conflict. Now how did it emanate? The community has a garden, and where the people get their livelihoods from. That is why, doctor said, if you don't have food and you're not free from hunger, then you are agitated, and then you are angry, you are not at peace within yourself.
You must like.
So that tells you that peace cannot be without environmental management, and environmental management put foods on the table. Environmental management bring money into the household. It sent most of us to schools because, our parents get their monies from the gardens, and these gardens, their fertility and productivity level depends on their environmental management. Now you go down to Gunju, you realize that the last sand dune, which is within an ecoton space, is being mined because people want to construct houses. You want to live outside? No. So if you don't have a house, where are you going to be? You're going to be in the streets. Is that comfortable enough for you? No. But you need environmental resources to have your houses. Others need those environmental resources to have their gardens. Others need those environmental resources to probably export to China and other places, because that is their business. So there is nothing we can do in this world without the environment. So everything is within and around and surrounding just the environment. So when we talk about, we have the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, and you have Goal 13 on climate action. You have hunger and poverty, health and all that. Now, if malnourished is completely polluted, that means the health of the people is not safe, and people have the fundamental rights to quality air and quality health. Right? So if you don't have that, you are not at peace with yourself. Right? If you don't have food, you're not at peace with yourself. So where are we heading to as a country? I think first we need to understand our problems and the genesis of these problems generally. I wouldn't dwell into the political differences that we might have, but the environmental management is quite important. And then you did mention about the monkeys have decided. Yeah, of course, that was Gambians believe that they had a problem for a 22-year period, and they felt they were probably caged. Somebody told me somewhere we were screwed and we had to unscrew ourselves.
How do we do that?
Of course, we had to go to the ballot and vote, right? Now, the monkeys cannot speak for themselves. Like the donkeys that we keep maltreating in the streets cannot speak for themselves. But those animals are all part of creation. And this is why, you look at Noah, when he was actually building the boat, he did not only put human beings there. Now he put in these animals in pair. That tells you that they are significant and their existence in this world is quite very important. So why do we need to destroy the monkey forest for a conference center?
the monkeys have decided?
We have a lot of places. No, we have a lot of places where we could build a conference center.
Yeah.
Now that place is not only just because monkeys dwell there.
Yeah.
Over 23,000 tourists visit that place annually.
Wow.
And that brings a lot of revenue to the government of the Gambia.
Yeah, very well.
And you would understand that Gambia does not have anything to offer in terms of global tourism, because I'm a tourism researcher, and we have realized that is why most time people describe this country as a sex tourism destination, because what do tourists have to see in this country? Really, virtually nothing. It's just monkeys and few trees. Trees are all over Europe. Yeah. They're all over America. Now, if you travel the world, you would understand that we do not have what to offer tourists here.
Sure.
Not in terms of beautiful buildings, and not in terms of nature or whatever. We don't have it. So if we have a monkey forest that is attracting, we need to understand the attraction potentials.
Yeah.
Now, the monkey forest is attracting tourists to come to this country, and those tourists are actually contributing to socio-economic development of this country. If you destroy that to build a...
Youth are employed there.
Of course, if you destroy that place to put a building, the tourists then come to this country to look for buildings.
So very well.
You want to look for buildings, go to Malaysia, Dubai, and all the places.
Those youths that want to be like Omar Malmo, you have so many other people who are working in the environment. You have Kemo Fati. So if this environment are destroyed, so that means...
Now, if the environment is destroyed, Kemo and I will not be affected.
Now, I mean, but the young people who are...
That's what I'm saying. Every Gambian will be affected. First, our economy will be crippled.
Our dreams will be affected too.
And another thing is our environment will be destroyed and catastrophes will come over. If you walk down the beach, you will realize the sea level rise is eating up some of the hotel areas. And that tells you that these hotels will now be moved. If you go down, we did a sea level rise research. If you go down one of the islands, they call it Jinak Island, you realize that the restaurants around the beach are all being washed off now because the water is taking over.
Very well, yeah.
And if you go down to Banjul, now you're hearing people saying crocodiles are living, in our houses and we have to come and remove them. No, people are dwelling in the crocodile zone because those are the habitats of the crocodile.
The crocodiles also will decide.
Exactly. So the crocodiles are in their original home. So human beings are encroaching into the habitats of the crocodile.
Wow.
So generally, I think we have a problem of physical planning in this country.
The monkeys have decided. Tomorrow the crocodiles will decide. Day after tomorrow the vultures may decide. Day after that, but first we will know who will decide next after this short commercial break. we come back and then you get so many excitement things from our side. Thank you.
This is an instrument.
Welcome back. You're watching the Golden Beat of Revolution. I am your host, Alhaji Cherno Suare. Before we go to the break, I said we will see how many people will decide, but finally, I will let you know that time have also decided. The watch is deciding. So we have the final quarter to cover, which is I will allow my guests to give their final speeches, and then I will allow Malmo to give an inspirational speech because he is influential. There are many out there, especially from the community he comes from. Everyone will be like, he's the first to go to the university. He is the first to man that position, which is the president of the UTG Student Union, and he's been the youngest. And then he's been traveling to the Indonesia, abroad, and so many things defending the Gambia. So we have so many people out there who wants to be like you, Mr. Malmo Sambu Jr. We would love to know what you have to share with them. And then I have Dr. Abdul Qadir Silla, who is also very influential in terms of religious matters in the country here, especially in terms of Islam. He is always ready to come there. I thank you so much for coming, and then I want to have your final statement, what you have for your viewers, please.
Coming the what we want to that is to urge each other to maintain peace and stability in the country.
Sure.
There's no development, no anything one can do if you see the business in other areas or some countries, the business is always booming. It's because of the peace. So if we didn't have peace, we should have environment to maintain peace. And brotherly love. You should love each other. You should be ready to render service to each other. That will promote the peace in the country. So to have this, as my two colleagues said, to have internal peace, to be peace with yourself. That's why you should worship only God. Only God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then you'll have a peace. That's why Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, Man asbaha aminan fi sirbihi, mu'afan fi badanihi, wa malaka quta yawmihi, fakannama hizat lahu dunya. If you are lucky to have peace, and also to have your food, your daily food, you have it, and you have a good health, it is like you are the king of the world. Kila sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when moment summon that, ye ibella maniare, motending attack la, motem attack la, motem tefang attack la, ibellari wala, ntefang dumang kumola kujang tenkono. Ako ye la wonu domoro soto. Ijato be kembere kam de telum dunia be la nyaton ko. So wala important. Nimman peace soto, salo, sulo, hijo, kunyinna ko tan wonte kenola. So wala atinna is part of the most important. Allah said I model bi men ya lon ko itartanu ma fa kono. Itartanu bari wato banta jusqu'à summarize lo mo hadith olet e mo ayole itartanu ma fa kono itartanu isondomo tatalari bari nana kafe ya alama ala na nema tema ba kelal wala mun ta peace mandila. You have to maintain that peace. You have demonstrate your ability to maintain that peace. Because if you have insecurity, that will dismantle the peace. So to build the nation, that cannot be possible. So that is the important message, that we should urge each other to maintain peace, either without considering our political affiliation or our religious affiliation. Kung for me, no, I am encouraging command. Men ka for ntala hada madir bada. Inna khalaqnakum min dhakarin wa untha. Ntala bada ngabo ni muslimin kiyabal. Waja'alnakum shu'uban ngake bankolti. Qabaila ngake kabilo. Ntala fatan. Lita'arafu falsi nyolo. Because nyolo bajale balafa man ngol ko nyolo wala balafa be nyolo wala bala. Hunna nyolo inna akramakum atal modola mon yalon ko abunat inda Allah atqakum. The most honorable creature beside Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who is God fearing. So this is the message that I have for my viewers. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr.
Thank for
the Golden Beer
my brothers,
colleagues here.
Yes.
Yeah. Mr. Peace.
Yeah,
I call your CEO Peace, Mr. Peace. So I will also give you a title before you leave. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Mr. Suare, for the invitation. I will say I'm very delighted to talk on this theme, national peace and security. Yeah, there can never be stability in the absence of peace. And in a stable nation, where there is stability, there is peace. So at this juncture, I will call on all to be peaceful and be tolerant. And I have to say this. Peace Gambia is doing a lot to make sure that there is peace in this country. Right now we have more than 7 peace clubs. In schools in West Coast. We have some in Fonya, in fact. So that we can have peace at the grassroots level. So
and it will be decentralized to the Gambia side. So thank you so much, Mr. Kutubo. I have Mr. Omar Malmo Sambu to give us an inspirational speech, because you are influential. I know there are many out there who wants to be like Malmo.
Thank you very much, and thank you for the invitation. First, I think I am not really influential. I am We're just trying to put things in order and then try to see how we can move this nation together. I would deviate a bit from the environment. I think we're dominantly talking on peace, and I just want to say that even the politicians cannot lead without peace. So that means that for us to live in a positive coexistence as a people of a nation, we have to come together as one. And we might, of course, have our political differences, but that is not, to say that we need to be at war with each other with all kind of insults. It's difficult to really read things that are coming from the Gambia from outside. It's quite pathetic, and oftentimes it's just sad and unfortunate. So I believe young people of this nation, oftentimes we say young people are the future leaders of tomorrow, or we're preparing.
You said they are today.
So I don't really believe in that. I think elders or young people, we are in this world to ensure that there is peace and stability so that we can all exist peacefully until the day that the Lord will call us to wherever we have to go. But in the meantime, I hope that everybody would understand that it is our collective responsibility. It is incumbent upon every citizen of this world, not just a nation, to ensure that peace exists and we have a positive coexistence. And of course, to the young people, oftentimes I think Gambian young people are very obsessed with travels, and it's sad and unfortunate to understand a lot of people died along the way trying to get to Europe. Europe is not what we think it is, I've been to a lot of European countries, but it will be sad to know that even young Africans in Europe, you can see people in the streets of Europe who do not have houses to sleep, who do not have jobs, and who do not have daily meals. Honestly, so I've met different people who are probably having some even mental problems in the streets of Europe.
Yes.
So it's important that we try to embrace what we have, and we work hard in our own backyards and see what we can get. We strive and work and pray that all may live in unity.
Yeah,
so thank you very much, and I think I will just close.
Thank you
with that.
so much, Omar Malmo Sambu. With that, this will bring us to the end of the show, but we can't conclude without doing what we usually do. That is, to anyone we invite here, we give you a certificate a certificate of appreciation for coming to share your story or to share some things that will be beneficial to the youth. Like I said earlier, you're watching the Golden Beat Vision TV show that comes to you every Wednesday. You can follow our activities on our Facebook page, which is the Golden Beat Revolution on Facebook, and then very soon we'll also be coming to you on YouTube, where we'll share our channel link here. You can follow our activities. We have so many things to go with you. So we will end with this certificate that will be given to the 3 guests that we have with us here today. We will say thank you so much for coming to share with us here. We hope to see you next time. Thank you very much. So with that, we will say bye bye. See you till next week, Wednesday, inshallah.